Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and I'm gonna say something that's pretty controversial right now in 2020. And that is basically that I'm still saving money in 2020. And that is very weird because right now, basically, if you have a high yield savings like I do, my high yield savings pays me around 0.20, meaning that every single year, because of inflation around like 2.5 to 3%, I'm actually losing money every single year just by saving money. So obviously the smart thing to do would basically go out there and invest my money, for example, into the stock market, into real estate, into a business. But the worst thing I can do is basically right now hold on to cash and try to hoard cash. But there are three reasons right now why I'm saving money, and I'm going to share with you guys in this video right here. And on top of that, I'm going to tell you also why you might also want to be saving money right now currently while everything is going on and everyone over there is basically investing money like crazy. By the way, guys, I post videos on this channel every single day, so make sure to also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And on top of that, also destroy the like button. Now, before I tell you guys the three reasons why I'm actually saving money right now, I have to tell you guys this one thing that's going to change the way you actually see everything that's actually going on right now in the economy. And this one thing is called mental suggestion. And it's the idea of someone using a psychological process to either guide your emotions, your actions, and also your behavior. Now tell me, why do I care about psychology right now? I care about money, stocks, and also why you're actually saving money when inflation is actually going to be making you lose money every single year. And the idea is, guys, when it comes to mental suggestion, if you look at it right now, the Fed lowered its rates, which basically means that savings accounts interest rates are actually going to go down like crazy. And that's why I'm not earning any money in my high yields. On top of that, it becomes cheaper to actually borrow money, which basically means, hey, I'm going to borrow money and then spend some money. And on top of that, it becomes a lot more profitable to basically invest money into the economy, the stock market in a sense, than just going out there and basically saving money and hoarding money, because you're basically losing money by actually doing that. Now, if you guys noticed, that in itself is mental suggestion on a global level, well, on a national level here in America, okay? So that is the idea I just want to put out there just so you guys understand exactly why I'm actually saving money. And in some cases, it's good when this happens because basically it promotes a healthy economy, and sometimes it's actually not good because it's actually manipulation to make something seem like something that is actually not. So now that we understand that and we covered that, because again, psychology and investing and saving and all this stuff kind of goes hand in hand. So if you understand one, you basically understand the other one in a sense, not as a whole, okay? Now, the first reason why I'm basically right now saving money is because I'm investing into the stock market. Now, tell me, what the fudge did you just say there? You're saving money because you're investing in the stock market? It doesn't make any sense, right? The answer is, guys, okay, right now, currently, everyone is investing money into the stock market. Does that mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It depends on how you're actually valuing companies. However, if you watched any of my videos before, you would know my portfolio value right now is between $55,000 to $60,000 currently. So I have a good chunk of money in the stock market myself. However, just because everyone is investing right now doesn't mean I'm investing into the stock market right now. It means that I'm saving up money to actually go out there and then invest when I actually find a good stock. So for example, guys, whenever I'm investing into a company, for example, like Apple or Delta or any other company out there, I look at analyzing the company fully, understanding the company, how it makes money, the profits, its projections in the future, its 10K forms, 10Q forms, S1 forms, everything. I like to take a look at it. And sometimes that takes some time to understand the true value of a company. However, right now, currently, because everyone is investing and the stock market is actually going up, people are starting to think like, hey, the market is going up. How about we all invest so we can all make money, which basically means new investors come in and invest even more money, but that does not mean people are buying good investments. And that's my entire idea here. So just because everyone else is investing, mental suggestion, does not mean you right now should be investing if you're not really understanding exactly how the stock market works and the companies you're actually investing into. So for example, guys, I've seen so many people right now investing into completely different industries that take a lot of time to actually learn exactly how those industries works. And basically that's a sign of people just speculating on what they think is going to happen when the economy opens up, if it does open up very soon. And my entire idea is this, guys, okay? Whenever I invest into a company, I have to set a target price. And sometimes that takes a lot of time to actually analyze a company. So that's why right now I'm sitting at around $82,000 in cash, waiting until I actually find a company that I actually like, and then I'm going to invest my money into it, okay? That's my idea. And while I'm waiting, I'm constantly taking courses and reading books on stocks, and that way I can understand even more in depth exactly how stock investing works and the different strategies I can use to basically go ahead and evaluate a company. But I'm not just investing into companies because, hey, this guy invested made 100%, this guy invested made like 50%, but in reality, when everyone starts losing money, no one talks about their losses, they only talk about the money they actually made, if you notice, okay? And the overall tip is this, guys, okay? I'd rather have extra money on the side than basically invest money into a company I do not fully understand and then risk 100% of my money instead of just like losing 2 to 3% of my money just to inflation. And that is the core idea of why I'm actually saving money right now. So I recommend, if you want to learn how to invest and how everything works, and you actually want to be an investor because you've seen everyone making money out there, I recommend you focus on learning more about investing and basically understand the value of a company. And that way, whenever you invest into a company, you can go to sleep at night knowing that, hey, everything is going to be fine because I did all of my due diligence and I know exactly what I'm investing into. But the last thing you want is to invest money into a company, be up 50% today, and then tomorrow be down like 90%. That's like the worst thing ever, and you want to avoid it at all costs, okay? And that's why sometimes it's good to basically stack up some money, learn more, and then invest more when you have more and more information, okay? That's the idea. So don't rush into things just because everyone is doing it. Be very, very careful, okay? Because people will give you advice about investing, but people will not return your money if you end up losing a ton of money, okay? I'm just putting it out there because I want to make sure no one gets hurt. And now, guys, the second reason I'm actually saving money is basically to buy real estate. Now, as you guys know, whenever it comes to buying real estate, you need to have some money on the side for the down payment, for its reserves, and also for anything that might pop up in case any problems do occur. So right now, guys, I'm saving up money to actually buy my first property in 2021. However, the idea is this, guys. The data shows from 1870 to basically 2015 that the stock market outperforms basically the real estate market. So I don't want to go into a property and basically live in it and then pay the mortgage. The answer is no. When I buy my first property, I want to make sure I can house hack it, and that way I can live there for free and not have to put in more money every single month and basically lose money compared to the money I would actually make by putting my money in the stock market. So right now, currently, my main focus is on the stock market, and in the future, I will be buying some real estate properties, adding to my portfolio, and then growing that also over time, and then getting some passive income from rental real estate. But the answer is that currently right now, my main focus is on basically buying more stocks. When I buy my first property in 2021, I'm going to make sure to house hack it and basically live in it for free, or at least a very, very small price, okay? That's the entire goal when it comes to buying my first property, and that's why I'm saving up money. Because overall, guys, okay, when I buy my first property, I want to make sure I have 3 things check off, okay? I want to have a pretty solid down payment. I want to have at least 12 months of reserves to the mortgage. On top of that, I also want to have some money on the side in case anything pops up and repairs need to be done. Now, Tommy, why would you have 12 months of reserves for a mortgage? Isn't that just like wasting money? The answer is, in some cases, it might be, okay? However, I'm a person that learns by example. And right now, currently, there is a huge example of the entire pandemic. And a lot of people that got into investment into real estate currently and basically lost their jobs, well, they couldn't really cover their mortgage. And the last thing I want to be is the guy that goes in there, buys some real estate, and then something happens crazy, because you never know what's going to happen, right? You never know what's going to happen. Something crazy happens and I don't have enough to cover my mortgage. So I want to make sure all the time I have at least 12 months or 6 months worth of the mortgage actually on the side in case anything does happen, and that way I can sleep good at night knowing that, hey, everything is going to be just fine. Imagine being like a new home buyer right now, or like new real estate investor, whatever it is, right? And basically tomorrow you lose your job and you don't know how you're going to pay the mortgage. And once all of this is over, you still don't know if you're still going to have a job. That's a nightmare if you ask me. And the last thing I want to be when it comes to real estate is the guy that learns by example. I don't want to basically go out there and make the same mistakes as people. I want to go out there, see what they did, adjust, and that way I can avoid all of those mistakes. And that's why I want to make sure before I invest into real estate, I have a cushion, which I already do have, okay? I have right now the down payment, the reserves, and also something to cover the entire expenses. But again, my main focus right now is on the stock market, and when 2021 does come by, I'll buy my first property and make sure that I'm actually house hacking it, okay? However, the third reason that right now I'm actually saving money is because right now I'm also saving money for emergencies. And everything seems like everything's gonna go well until it doesn't go well. I think Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, okay? So that's what I don't want to happen. So basically, guys, right now, I have 6 months worth of expenses, and that way I'm covered if anything crazy does happen. And you always want to make sure you account for the things that you don't know when they're gonna happen. So that's why you always want to have an emergency fund. Now, that's why I have 6 months. So I always recommend, if you don't know how to make one, basically go ahead and calculate all of your expenses and multiply it by 6, and that way you know exactly how much you actually need to save up. However, for some people, it might be 12,000, might be 6,000, might be even 24,000, or might even be $100,000, depending on all of your expenses. So you want to make sure whatever it is for you, you have at least 6 months worth. However, if I'm being honest, guys, right now, I save my money with SoFi Money. And right there, I actually have my emergency fund, and I have around $12,000. However, that's like 6 months worth. And I've actually been thinking about, hey, should I go out there and basically make it for 12 months? Now tell me, why would he make it 12 months? It's a lot of money that's sitting down doing nothing. The answer is because you never know what's going to happen. And with everything just happened right now with the whole pandemic and all that stuff, well, imagine something happened and you were out of work or something like that crazy for 12 months, And by the way, right now, currently, it seems almost impossible to be out of work for 12 months. But in reality, in the past, we have had that happen where people actually had a bear market for around 15 to almost 25 years, okay? So the possibility is there. We just haven't seen it in a long time. So I always want to make sure I'm good to go in case anything crazy does happen. So overall, guys, okay, whenever it comes to why I'm saving money, 3 reasons: stocks, real estate, and also emergencies. And overall, although you might say, Tommy, inflation, cash, you don't want to have so much cash on hand, it's not good. The answer is, if you notice, the main reason I'm saving money is to basically go out there and invest. And when they say hey, oh my gosh, you don't want to go out there and save your money because basically go out there and invest it because inflation is going to make you lose money every single year. I get that. But the worst thing you can do is rush into something and then basically end up losing 100% of your money versus just losing 2% or 3% to inflation in a sense, okay? So you want to be very, very careful. And the people, again, just to repeat this, the people that tell you, hey, go out there and invest because if you save, you're losing money. Well, if you invest into the wrong things, they will not give you back your money if you lose all your money, okay? So you want to make sure that you invest when you know you have all the right information. However, do not procrastinate on taking action. One thing is having all the right information, and one thing is procrastinating once you know everything and you're not taking action. So overall, guys, that's basically why right now in 2020, I'm still saving money. And currently, overall, like I mentioned before, I have around 82K that's basically just sitting around. And then I have invested in the stock market 55 to 60K, but my business around $80,000 also. But the answer is, I'm not in a rush. And whatever investments I make, I want to make sure they're very, very solid investments. And that way I'm good to go. And like Warren Buffett says, whenever it comes to the stock market, you don't need 10 companies, 20 companies, 30 companies. Usually you only need to pick a few solid companies that are very good and put your money down, and that way you're good to go. And one last reason why I'm also saving money is because I don't want to rely on anyone else whenever the time comes to borrow money from them. I know using other people's money is very good, but leverage sometimes in the wrong places can be very dangerous. For example, margins in the stock market. Real estate is different, but when it comes to the stock market, you want to make sure you have your own money, and that way you can grow without worrying about, hey, if the stock market drops, I'm going to have to sell my investments, and then I'm going to have a massive problems. So be very careful when it comes to leverage in the stock markets. But as always, guys, comment down below and let me know, are you currently saving money? Do you think cash is bad? And do you rather either, for example, lose 2% to inflation or lose 100% of your money by making the wrong investment? I think the answer is pretty obvious here, okay? But overall, guys, if you enjoyed this video right here, well, like this video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. On top of that, subscribe to my second channel called Tommy Bryson Show. Link down below. It's hilarious. You're going to love it. And follow me on Tommy Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a video on the basics of investing, well, watch this video right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.